We're starting now. Hello, Dave.
I'm Dave. Hello, Ian.
I am Ian, and I have a very important story. Not about cars. We saw each other today, very briefly.
We did. Yeah.
I gave you some taffy.
You did? Yeah.
Among other various things that you left at my house, like we were breaking up and I was giving you all your stuff that you left over.
How'd you get so much of my underwear?
I know. You have like an absurd number of toothbrushes in this house. I found 3 more. Taffy. But then
I'm from the taffy buddy.
Yeah. Then I went on what is the most luxurious vacation a pandemic parent can take, which is that I walked 10 blocks by myself.
I was going to say you got blackout drunk after 9 p.m.
Right. Well, yeah. I walked 10 blocks by myself to the hardware store.
Okay.
And while I was there trying to find replacement parts for the bolts and nuts that my children have lost over the last few weeks, a store employee referred to me as her. He was helping another customer and said, "The nuts you're looking for are right past her." He said it twice, very loudly. And so I wanted to start. It was such an important story that I start this episode by saying that the new name of my punk band is Misgendered at the hardware store.
See, this is the kind of story I need tonight. I'm not that prepared. It's been a day.
Yeah.
I've been running around like crazy.
Yeah. Now you just hear that I really need a haircut. And I thought it was very funny to be loudly referred to as a her at the hardware store.
It's those birthing hips you got, buddy.
You're not lying. You can't see because the webcam only goes down to here, but it's all pear-shaped.
If anybody in the universe wouldn't have an issue getting misgendered at the hardware store, it'd be you, right? Like anybody that's
hilarious,
right? That is just capable of doing nothing but laughing about that situation, right? Yeah.
Literally, the first thing that popped in my head was "Misgendered at the hardware store" is a hilarious album title.
And the fact that that's your first reaction, Ian, you're in a good place. You're in a good place. That's a good. The Ian state of mind is not a bad place to be.
Yeah, everything's hilarious.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
My second thought was, I'm going to turn this into an FMK Cars.
FMK Cars is the game that Ian and Dave play on the Apex Adjacent podcast. Blah 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 blah. Why don't you let
Cars
me
instead of people?
Yeah.
This one is called Misgendered at the hardware store.
I'm into it. I love it. I've got
the hilarious phrase. For
it is.
I don't know why.
Yeah, it has a great cadence to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the consonants. Yeah, hardware store. Yeah, I like it.
All right. So we've done ones kind of like this before. This is Cars with a mistaken identity twist.
Yeah.
So you're going to get a car, and people in a certain situation are going to see it differently.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. So, Chrysler 300.
Okay.
All right. I think they're still making that.
Oh my God. They won't stop.
Yeah. Won't stop, can't stop.
Okay.
Everyone at the grocery store or any other sort of, or like Target or Costco or, that sort of place.
Right.
Thinks it's a Rolls Royce.
Okay. People keep asking me, what do you do for a living? Like that kind of stuff.
Or they're like, I guess his butler quit, or they are inventing a story about you falling on hard times. Now
Sure.
There with the pores.
Right. Hitting the clearance aisle at Target. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
One of my pre-COVID favorite activities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. This is like a Schitt's Creek situation.
Gotcha.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Love it.
All right. So the next one is a Kia Stinger GT.
Okay, our beloved. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Now you're gonna get a base model,
Okay.
not the GT2, just the GT.
Sure.
Also, everyone you work with,
Uh-huh.
everyone at your place of employment thinks it's a Ferrari.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Everyone at the workplace.
So there's a lot of whispering going around. Like,
right.
what the hell is he doing here?
Right. Right. Yeah. You could see how that would negatively impact you when it came time to negotiate salary.
Right.
Right. Okay. Yes.
Exactly.
And the glares of your coworkers.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It could also negatively impact them when they go to negotiate salary because they're like, this motherfucker.
He's got a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
I've got an accent. I've got a Hyundai accent. Right?
Okay.
Okay.
So then the last one is sort of the reverse. So it's a Volkswagen Golf R.
Okay.
Every car enthusiast thinks it's a regular Golf.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So you're
Basically the only people that you would care whether they would know or not
right.
thinks it's a regular Golf.
Right. Right. That's a little bit of a sting, Ian.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I'm marrying it. I'm marrying the Golf R.
I kind of thought you might. Yeah.
Yes, because I don't know. Like, yeah, it'd be fun and weird to like impress people with Golf R performance when they're expecting a Golf. And if I'm going to subvert somebody's expectations, I would rather have it be somebody that's within the silo of the automotive like enthusiast community to begin with, instead of just deceiving the public.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
You know?
But they're not. I want to be clear. They never figure it out. Right.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
They
think it's a Golf.
All the people I saw Rolls Royce at the grocery store today.
Right. Right. Yes. I understand. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And the automotive enthusiasts, I'm perfectly fine with them calling my R a Golf.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So then what are you going to do for a day?
I mean, if it's between driving a Kia and a Chrysler 300, I mean, yeah, I'm going to take the Kia. Yeah, I'm going to take the Chrysler. No. No, I mean, I'm going to take the Kia, but the thing is, like, what's the thing that you do for a day with that, right? Like, do you impress clients, something like that? Or would you be able to have more fun with those like things with the Chrysler 300, right?
Yeah.
I think I'd have more fun with the 300.
I think so too. Also, as someone who has allegedly rented a few of these, they allegedly do very good burnouts.
Allegedly, when their tires are blown up to 50 psi each.
Yeah.
Go figure, because your contact patch is like number 2 pencils. Yeah. Okay. So I honestly think I would F the Chrysler 300 and just like maybe drive it through a Costco. I would get real weird like Howard Hughesy and like Kleenex boxes on my feet. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Right?
I like that.
Yeah.
I think you've nailed this one.
Okay.
You did
Thank you.
I think that's exactly the right answer.
Okay. So you do the same, huh? Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
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 Oh,
that's a really good answer.
How happy are you that when you would travel for work, you didn't have to pick up clients in your R32?
You know, I have driven coworkers and stuff in my R32 before.
Coworkers are different.
And actually I have driven customers in my R32 because one time I drove it to a customer site in Oklahoma.
Okay.
And they laughed at me.
Okay.
And one time I had a coworker who came here for something. I can't remember why he was here. Oh, we had a meeting here, and he came. So he came out here. It was weird. We had one meeting out here, and he came out here, and I picked him up in that from his hotel. And he was just like, first of all, he was like 60 years old. And, like fell into the sea, you know? And
right.
he was just like, what the hell is this thing? Is it going to survive to the end of the block? And then there were speed bumps in the parking lot.
Oh, no.
And I was like, just don't worry about it. And I took like the biggest angle you've ever seen. Because they were really high.
Just you shouting, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He just like literally like just stared at me in disbelief for the first like mile and a half. What is this rinky dink little car? He's the same coworker that I stayed with in Virginia, actually, when I flew to get the Turbo X.
Okay.
And I showed him a picture on my phone of the car that I was going to get, and he was like, You flew out here for that.
Thinking it was going to be like a Lamborghini or something. And he's like, oh, a black station wagon.
Yeah.
Hindsight, Ian? I mean, was he right?
No. I'm glad. I'm very glad that I
Right.
Like most of the traumatic experiences in my life that I went through my Turbo X ownership.
Right. It's a paver in the path that's getting you to where you are, right?
Correct.
That kind of stuff is important to reflect on. Yeah.
Because, you know, when you look back at your life and all of the debt that you're going to pass on to your children, it's important to know exactly where all of it came from.
Right. I want to see a family tree of your debt. Well, this is when Daddy really likes Swedish cars. And then just like there's just a giant trunk of a branch that says Discogs.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I was going to say your great-great-great-grandfather purchased a special edition Radiohead pressing. And that's why you can't go to college.
Right. That's why we couldn't get you braces, Timmy.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. Because Pappy liked the Tom York.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
You know, after I went to the hardware store, I did walk to the record store.
Okay.
In a surprise to no one. And I almost bought an $80 Tom York special edition pressing, and I didn't.
Wow. I applaud your restraint. Did you not buy it because you were like, I bet I could find it for $70 online?
Yes.
Did you already buy it?
No, I haven't yet, but I will be looking.
Okay.
I will be looking.
Okay. Nice. I like that. I want you to applaud my restraint that I've had for 10 minutes before I do something almost as bad.
Exactly.
Yep. No, hey, you know, it dude. Yeah. Right. So this is the show I need tonight, right? You know, just a good fun taffy eating episode, right?
Yeah. How is that taffy, by the way? I brought it to you fresh 3 weeks ago from Michigan.
It is fantastic. I mean, it's the Taffy Town taffy, you know.
Is it like a name brand taffy?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's good. I like it. This peanut butter one that I'm about to eat whenever I'm not talking for a while is really good. Yeah. Yeah. No, thank you.
It was a little place that I don't remember the name of on the Leelanau Peninsula.
Okay.
In Michigan. And it was like this little it's like a whole little town on a dock.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Kind of jutting out into Lake Michigan. And it was very cold.
Okay.
And windy. We had to walk all the way out to the end of the pier because, you know, growing up in Chicago, I grew up in Chicago and my wife grew up in Michigan. And so whenever we're around the Great Lakes, she likes to show me the majesty of the Great Lakes. The lake at which I grew up on the southern end of.
Right. As if you had no idea being near this giant lake.
Uh-huh.
Right. The same lake.
Yep.
Some say it's great.
They're great. They're okay, at least. That's why they call them the lakes.
They're not the tolerable lakes.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I really appreciate you bringing me taffy back from there. Thank you.
You're welcome. I try to bring you taffy from everywhere I go.
I know, and I love it, and it makes my day every time. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like a geographic diabetes.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah. If I had a tree of my sugar intake, right? Yeah. It's just like fritters and taffy and yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. So, Thanksgiving's coming up. This episode's actually going to come out. Oh, God, Thanksgiving is this week. This episode's going to come out on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Ian?
Dave.
Jesus. Okay. So time doesn't mean anything anymore. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody listening to this.
Happy March Thanksgiving.
Exactly. Hopefully you're not eating it with, 30 people. Please don't do that. Thank you. Yes. So, pardon me. I've like the holidays are, coming up and I've been thinking about something that our buddy Harley, instant messaged me on Instagram a little while ago. And I think what we would like to do is we would like to put together an episode of just listener car stories, right? Like tiny little mini VinWiki stories that we can put out, say like over Christmas or around New Year's, when I can cut it all together, right? Yeah. And as like kind of our holiday special this year. Last year it was a motorist meditation. If we did a motorist meditation now, we would both descend into madness. Yeah, it was hard number.
Even more than we did last year. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, remember when I turned the lights down in the blanket fort and we just whispered into the microphones?
How could I forget?
Right. Yeah. So
if you haven't heard the motorist meditations episode that Dave was talking about from last year, don't worry about it.
But so if you have I'm going to say like 5 to 10 minute story, 10's pushing it, right? It's 5-minute story about a car or like your interaction with a car, another motorist, something like that. Like kids, let me sit you down and tell you about the time me and a Ford Fiesta, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Ian, give somebody an example of what kind of story that we're looking for.
I want to be I want one of those reactions.
Okay.
I told a story on the podcast a long time ago.
Yeah, years ago.
About a hitchhiker that I picked up.
Uh-huh.
Who, spoiler alert, had half a face.
Right.
I think that's a good example of a story.
Yes.
Epic breakdowns, those are always a good story.
Always, right?
Terrible repairs.
Right.
Maybe, having an accident with someone and then realizing they're your kindergarten teacher.
Right.
That sort of stuff.
Yes. Yeah. So if you have a story, we want to hear. So email us like just kind of a, just like a rough, thing, like just give us an idea of what the story is all about, email it to us, DM it to us on Twitter or Instagram, instant message us on Facebook, if a car like was integral to like an important moment of your life, like if something weird happened, give us these stories, because we are super thankful for the listeners, and it's a holiday season. We want to reflect on things that we're thankful for, especially now in this year. I think we need this more than ever, and it would make us so happy to to share and spread those kinds of things.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So we'll post some stuff on Facebook and the outlets soliciting. So yeah, please let us know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. So please get in touch with us with that. Dave, I want to check in. How are you doing?
Yes. So it's been tough lately. But I'm hanging in there.
Mm-hmm.
I had like one of those things just come across my field of vision on Twitter, like, like the bus ad driving by, right? But it actually made me stop, and it made me really happy for a moment. And I want to share with you, let me pull up the talk about so I can copy the link here. Yeah.
Oh, is this it right here? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. And then let me pop over to the browser so people can see what I'm talking about here. All right. So I saw this tweet from someone that I don't even know, but it says, there's still beauty in this world, from Brian Heater. And it is a picture of the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile driving across an insanely picturesque bridge. And on the coast.
That's on 101 in California.
Okay, yeah.
That's a really famous bridge.
And it's so beautiful, and it's the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, and it made me so happy just to see that. So
that's
like
fantastic.
I think when like you can tell the mental state that you're in when things like this, like the impact that they have. If this was just a normal day and I was like, kicking ass and taking names and having a good old Dave day, it'd be like, oh, sweet, right on, that's awesome. But like everything that's happening, and I scroll across this and I'm like, oh, it's so pretty.
Yeah. No, it has been a very like roller coaster of emotions these last few weeks, especially because it's been like, the election,
right,
and the aftermath of the election,
mm-hmm.
and then there's good vaccine news,
right,
but then there's a big surge happening,
right,
and you have like your coworkers telling you they had Thanksgiving last week with 14 people,
right.
That happened today.
Oh God.
Yeah. So it's just been like a whipsaw.
Yeah.
Just over and over and over again. Last few weeks. So.
Yeah.
And I keep thinking about how much I miss doing racing things. Like,
yeah,
I'm having like visceral, getting my breaking point right dreams.
Oh, really?
Lately I've just been having dreams about, at what marker board I break into turn 4 at High Plains.
No way.
And getting it and just the feeling of getting it exactly right.
Okay.
Because to me, there's no better feeling than a perfectly hit breaking point and a perfectly executed downshift at the same time. Like there's no better feeling in the world. And I keep having that dream of just replaying the entry into that corner over and over.
Okay. Oh, man.
Driving cars.
Yeah. I miss driving go-karts real bad. I miss karting, right? I miss that freaking dopamine hit,
Yep. So that's what I've been thinking about.
Gotcha.
So
gotcha.
I'm hoping I can get a random track day in this winter. And
yeah, right?
Maybe do some ice racing or something.
Something, right?
Because I definitely need to.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to a day where I can just like park the drone in the sky for a minute and whip Luther around and see what Luther snowdrifts are all about.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm excited for that too.
Yeah. I feel like we need to score some snowdrift footage to classical music.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that kind of stuff, Yeah, right. Yeah, I appreciate it. Check on the folks around you. Make sure people are doing okay, man. Yeah, mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, it's a tough time of year, and this is a tough freaking year. So, yeah,
absolutely.
So, I just wanted to say real quick based on the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile picture, I did write an FMK Cars for you.
Yes.
It's an FMK Cars about food cars.
Oh, okay.
So the food cars are a thing, Ian, and I'm gonna pull up this link I was looking at, and I'm gonna give you 3 food cars from cheatsheet.com. It's gonna show you 3 food cars, right?
Okay.
The Oscar Mayer Wienermobile is number 1 on this list. That's not a car you're getting, Ian. That's not a car you're getting, okay? But with these cars, okay, you have to have one of these items a day.
Okay.
Okay? All right. First up, Ian, it's going to be the Boston Lobster Fest car. It's a VW Bug with a giant-ass lobster on the top of it.
It should be pointed out a modern Beetle.
Yes. Yes, a modern Beetle. Yes.
Okay.
So you get a lobster a day.
Like a whole lot. Can I get a lobster roll?
Yeah, you can.
Get
Yeah,
different lobster dishes, or
there you
just
go.
Have just a lobster.
I like your variation. So you get a lobster centric food.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Who's going to complain about that? Right.
Not me.
Up next, the Cadbury egg cream car.
What is it underneath?
I don't know. It looks like something like BMW Isetta, but
Yeah.
it looks awful to drive. Yeah.
It's also awful to eat. Are you a Cadbury egg fan?
I like a Cadbury egg like once a year, frozen in the freezer.
Oh.
Okay, that's the way to do it. And then just one of those. Yeah.
It's too much. It's too much for me.
Yeah.
It's too sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. But
I can't do it.
You know my sweet tooth, right? Like
I know. Yeah.
taffy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. One of those a year, and I'm like, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. I have 2 Easter traditions. One is a Cadbury cream egg, and the other is retweeting that text message I got on Easter.
Which one was this?
It was the one where it said, I'm here for my motherfucking cake or something like that. And it said, sorry, wrong number. Happy Easter. Greatest wrong number text message ever. Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay. So I'm not going to give you the DQ Blizzard Mobile. I'm not going to give you the Goldfish car.
Okay.
All right. But I will give you.
Okay.
I'm not going to give you the Hershey Kiss Mobile. I'll just give you kisses, Ian.
Oh.
Or Little Debbie fucking phoning it in with their cheesecake, with their cupcake cars.
I mean, I do like a Little Debbie cupcake.
Right.
But that's weak.
Yeah, they just like spray painted the swirl on the top, right?
Yeah.
I love this Outspan Orange. I've never heard of Outspan. I think it's a South American brand. But lastly, Ian, I'm going to give you a Marshmallow Peep car.
2 terrible Easter candies.
No. Peeps has tried to inject their bullshit into every single freaking holiday. There's Halloween Peeps. There's Independence Day Peeps. I don't mind.
2 Beatles as well.
Yeah, 2 Beatles. Yes. I don't mind. Here's the trick with the Peeps. You slit open the package, you let them get a little stale, then you eat one.
Oh, so that's an interesting technique. Because here's my technique: is you open the package a little bit, stick them in the refrigerator, and then take them right back out and throw them in the fucking trash because they're terrible.
Yeah, go figure. Ian doesn't like a food that's just pure fun.
Awful. All right.
I'm sorry. Nobody seems to be making an elk bone marrow car.
Now that I would be into. Sign me up.
Is it just a bloody Toyota Tacoma? Flemington's elk bone marrow.
Nobody's made a sushi car. It's so easy. You could just like stick like a thing of fish on the top.
Right? Yeah.
Like a little
it could be another Volkswagen Beetle.
Yeah, a white Beetle painted to look like rice.
Yeah.
You put a little thing of sushi on the top.
Perfect. Right?
Or a Fiat 500, that would work too.
It would, Ian. It would.
Instead, I get peeps.
So what do you want to do? You want to have a lobster? You want to have a cream egg? You want to have a peeps? What do you want to have every day?
I mean, clearly I'm marrying the lobster.
Right. Yes.
And then I will just contact PETA, and he will tell me all of the many ways that you can prepare a lobster.
Yes. Okay. All right.
But I mean, I could just gain 400 pounds and eat a lobster roll every day because lobster rolls are fucking fantastic.
So you're okay with a lobster roll served cold?
I am okay with a lobster roll served cold, lukewarm, hot.
Okay.
Underwater, I don't care.
While you're being waterboarded. Okay.
All of the above.
Okay.
I like a lobster roll.
Gotcha. Okay.
One of the best meals of my life was we were in Italy on the coast.
Okay.
In a town called there's like a series of towns called the Cinque Terre, and there was like a seafood restaurant that we ate at, and it was like a bunch of like the little lobsters in a pasta dish, and it was amazing.
Okay, nice.
That's my whole story.
I was gonna say you're not talking about crawfish, are you?
No. Langoustine is what they're called, but they're like a small lobster.
Nice. Okay. Right on.
I'm hungry.
Do you want some taffy?
No. Don't want sugar. Yeah. All right. So then I got to decide between Cadbury egg and Peeps.
While you're debating that, I'm gonna eat another piece of taffy. Because that's where I'm at now.
Show me the Cadbury egg.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm crushing the Peeps.
Okay.
But instead of crushing it, I'm just gonna put it in the microwave, and that's gonna make it explode.
There you go. Nice.
I'm gonna drive the Cadbury cream egg for a day.
Okay.
Choke down a cream egg. And then I'm just going to make off-color jokes about cream filling all day.
Ian, I'm glad you mentioned that because I specifically saved one car for you for last.
Oh.
But you don't get it because you didn't pick the cream egg. Well, you know what? Maybe you do.
I did.
You did. You didn't marry it.
For a day.
Okay. I'll give you this car.
You thought I was going to marry it?
Ian? Mm-hmm. I present to you the Planner's Nutmobile.
Yes. See, if you'd given me that, I would have married the Nutmobile, and then for one very glorious day had the cream. Do you see?
I do. I see where you're going. Yep.
See what you could have had?
Right?
Nuts and cream. Could have had it.
I prefer to keep them separate.
Oh my
Yep. So there you go.
That's horrendous.
It is.
It looks like a scrotum.
It does. It does look like a scrotum.
Why would they do that?
What do you do for a living? I drive the Planner's Nutmobile.
You can't miss it. It's the car that looks like a scrotum. Yes, I know.
Oh, we already assumed that. Yeah.
That's awful.
Right? Oh yeah, here you go. Because
mine have undersized. My scrotum also has undersized wheels, which is interesting, and windshield wipers.
So it's on point.
Yeah, it's accurate.
You go into AutoZone. I need wiper blades 1 inch or 2 centimeters. Either will do. Lefty's metric.
Also, I just want to point out that cheatsheet.com says when you see this car on the road, there's no mistaking what you're looking at. And also, they misspelled your. No, you are looking at a scrotum.
You are, yeah. And then this last sentence reads like a threat. And if you see the car, there's a chance you'll get to meet Mr. Peanut in all his fully shelled glory. Jesus, what did I do wrong?
Well, especially since Mr. Peanut is dead now.
Yeah, right? They killed him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Zombie Peanut, there's the Red Bull car. We've all seen those.
Yeah.
You got the Spam Mobile. They're phoning it in. It's just a food truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is a Kansas City mainstay, the Westport Flea Market car. Huh. I lived in Kansas City for 22 years. I never saw this. Yeah.
Did you ever eat the burger?
No, I don't think I've ever had a flea market burger. I mean, like Town Topic's my jam. Like when we're talking about like Town Topic or Hayes, you know?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Just KC burger places, you know? Yeah. Or there was an incredible bowling alley in Liberty, Missouri that made like just super greasy, awesome hamburgers, you know, that kind of stuff, right?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, so there you go. There's the food themed cars.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where we're at now, Ian. With our turkey days. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. What do you
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Yeah.
I was just gonna say I just love that picture of the Wienermobile on that
right
Highway 101.
Isn't that just perfect? Yeah,
it's the most patriotic I've felt in a long time.
right. Yeah,
hot dog on Highway 101.
I finally know how I was supposed to feel when I saw the Grand Canyon. Yeah, you know. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all I had. I might have, let's see. I think a couple people sent us something. Oh yeah, our buddy Eric in Illinois sent us something. Do you want to do a little listener my eyes?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. Okay. All right, here you go. Tell the people what you see, Ian.
It is a Porsche Boxster S with a hard top.
Uh-huh.
And it's a license plate that says Luftig 1.
Right. And Eric said that, I can't remember the correct German word, but he said that word actually means air-cooled.
Mm-hmm.
And no Boxsters were air-cooled.
That is correct.
And so it's just a German nerd noun.
Right. So do we think that maybe this plate used to be on a Beetle or an air-cooled 911?
Yeah, an air-cooled 911 or a 365 or something like that, 356 right? 356, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that. Or
they just misunderstood.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Right? Huh. Yeah. So
maybe they just really like Luft balloons.
Yeah.
Luft balloons.
Yeah.
Balloons.
Yeah. Right? I would put 99 on there.
I don't know.
You're right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's puzzling.
Right?
They should get a different plate.
Exactly. This person is going out of their way to tell you that they'd be annoying to talk to.
Right. You know what this is. You know what it is.
Okay.
It's by putting that on there, it's assuring the other Porsche snobs
yes.
that no, really, I know I'm driving a Boxster, which you all poo-poo, but I'm one of you.
Right.
It's a little desperate.
It is. It's a little thirsty. Right?
It's thirsty. Yes.
Yeah.
Thirsty. It's a boomer thirst trap.
It is. If thirst traps had receding hairlines, that's what this is what it would look like.
This thirst trap has a receding hairline, a Hawaiian shirt, and a massive 401k.
Exactly. Right? Yeah. And I've always liked the Boxster. I think they're cool.
I've driven a few of them. I've always liked them. They're very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never driven one, but I mean, how bad could it be, right?
They're great. They're great cars.
I think it's just one of those things that suffers from the shadow of another car, right? Like a 911's just always, its shadow is always cast over it, right?
Yeah, and I think some of that has gone away too, because like the first ones, when they first introduced it, it was like, oh, what's this? This is like another like 914 sort of thing.
Right, right.
But those cars were great. They were really good. And they did always hold back that platform, the Boxster and the Cayman.
Yeah.
Until like the GT4 and stuff.
Right.
But it was not deserved. Like they were always good cars.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think people have realized that now, and I think there's probably a little less of that with most people.
Nice. Okay. Good.
Not named Jeremy Clarkson.
Is that guy still around? Huh. Okay.
He is. They have a special coming out in December.
Okay. All right. I won't watch it.
I will say that now that you bring that up, it reminds me, I did watch the latest season of Top Gear.
Okay. All right.
Chris Harris. And they filmed it during COVID.
Okay. All right.
And it was actually really good. Like, the three hosts have really come into their own.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And the adjustments they made to the show were really cool. Like, so they still filmed it at Dunsfold, but it's not in the hangar.
Okay.
They did a drive-in.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's a great way to do it. Yeah.
Right. They did a big outdoor stage and a drive-in. And it was one of those things. It's one of those like COVID things where you're like, why didn't they do this before?
Right. Like, right.
So you just had fans showing up in their like super cool cars.
Right. Yeah.
And then it's like a car show while the hosts are talking. So it's super cool.
That's really cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. I'll give it a watch. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. And the whole series is really, really good.
Nice. Cool. Okay. Good. Refreshing quarantine watches. Right?
Yes.
I was on the Club Lexus forums earlier today.
Yeah. It's funny every time you say that. But go ahead.
I know, right? When I went to the site, it activated my webcam and got mad that I didn't have my monocle in. Yeah, it wouldn't let me proceed. Like that's instead of a CAPTCHA where you have to pick stoplights or shit. Yeah, it just, it's like, oh, are those Kirkland undershirts?
It just assumes that your grandson is doing the website posting for you.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah. Your other tabs need to be a shared Facebook account and then Alta Vista.
Is that still around?
Yeah, Google it, Ian. Google Alta Vista.
Alta Vista.
But somebody on there was just talking about how their LS460 was just an awesome sanctuary car, like in these times, right? Like just getting out, throwing on some albums, not worrying about anything, just driving for a while. Like they were just reflecting that it was a good sanctuary. And yeah, I echoed that. I spent a bunch of time in Luther today, and so it was good. It was good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Luther is officially caught up on all maintenance. I have all maintenance done.
Your spreadsheet is green now, huh?
Yeah. Do you want to see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, but sure.
The kid that like brings their drawing home. Yeah. Oh, this is great.
I'm going to put it on the refrigerator.
Yeah. Yeah. What happened to my Google Doc? It's called Luther Maintenance.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Now we did it.
We did.
We did it.
Oh, is it because I'm signed in with Apex Adjacent? Oh, I don't know. Let's see. I don't know if I can share this over on the Goigles. Let's try it. Yeah. Nope, that's the wrong thing. That's food again.
How does copy paste work?
I don't know, Ian. I'm trying. I'm barely holding it together. Ian, there we go. Okay. All right, look at that. Nothing overdue.
Nice.
Everything is all nice.
Overdue. No.
No.
Yes.
No.
Good job.
Thanks. I did the rear diff fluid and an oil change just a little bit ago, and that was the last things to tick off for a while.
Nice.
Yeah. So there we go.
See, what the problem here, though, is that now it's all going to come due again at the same time. You're going to have to do it all in one big lump again.
No, if I defer stuff, look at how it's all spread out. You got your service intervals.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Oh.
Yeah. Right?
I see.
Sometimes there are times, right? And then so I crossed 140. So let's put that in as my current mileage. I'm not over anything yet. Next thing up is an oil change and at 145.
Huh.
Yeah.
What you need to do is have this write a little thing so that way if any number is greater than the number up there, it turns red or something.
Yeah, there is some conditional formatting in here. Yeah. So 180. There you go. How's that?
Oh, there it is. That's what I was looking for.
Right? Yeah.
Nice.
There you go. There you go. So
very nice.
That's like a very satisfying box to tick, you know? Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
You know?
I have a question.
Yeah, shoot, buddy.
Which we may need to edit out.
Okay.
Are we telling the people about the thing that we did in the place with the other people?
Yes. I think we should drop what we've done. Yeah. Yeah, because I have some audio mastering and a little bit of editing to do, and I think it'll be done.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I think the next thing to talk about for everyone who's stuck around to the end of the episode is we can talk about the next project that we are going to be dropping here in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
So I think I mentioned I mentioned on the show a few times that my sister-in-law and her boyfriend bought a Toyota Hiace Super cruising cabin, like this one right here on the screen.
Yep.
And we did two things. I got to drive it, which I'll talk about in a second. But more importantly, Dave and I here convinced my sister-in-law and her boyfriend to star in a video that we made about their van.
Yes.
And I'm just going to say, I don't know if it's the best thing we've ever done, but I will say without hesitation that it's definitely the most delightful thing we've ever done.
Yeah. That and Fote snow drifting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Or maybe it's the cutest thing we've ever done.
There you go. Definitely the most twee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So we have a video coming. It's short and sweet, and I absolutely love it. And it features my hipster sister-in-law and her boyfriend.
And their mechanic.
And their mechanic.
And
the best.
And one very athletic, that athletic debut of someone else. Yes.
A suspiciously fast and suspiciously curvy man.
Or lady.
Or lady. Could be. If you're nasty in the hardware aisle. Lady.
Misgendered at the hardware store. So great. Yeah.
So I'm so excited, but I want to talk about driving.
Yeah, let's talk about driving this little booger, because I didn't drive it. I kept my distance as much as possible, but we did some quarantine filmmaking. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this is very close to what they have. So basically they bought a 1993 Hiace cruising cabin that had been imported from Japan in January, and they bought it a couple of months ago.
Okay.
And they actually bought it here in Colorado.
Right.
And it's an automatic, all-wheel. It's a 4-wheel drive.
Right.
Like locking hub, like the manual locking hubs in the front that you have to turn.
I love old locking hubs, man.
It has low range.
Uh-huh.
And it has a 2.8 liter diesel.
Yes.
Diesel engine that sits underneath the passenger seat, which is on the left side because it's a JDM car.
Right. Correct.
It weighs something like 5,000, 6,000 pounds, something like that.
Really? That thing is stout.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's got all the kitchen and 2 beds and the whole thing in there. And it's the cruising cabins are done by Toyota at the factory to be campers.
Yes. This is not a dealer or aftermarket. This is legit Toyota first party OEM stuff.
Yes. This one right here that you have up on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
If you go back to it. So that's a 5-speed, which is really cool. It has the same 3L diesel motor. That's the designation. It's not a 3 liter. It's a 2.8 liter, but it's called a 3L.
That's not confusing. Okay.
No.
Okay.
But that's a manual, which is cool. Theirs is an automatic. But this is not a cruising cabin. So this is what's known as like a super custom. And then a lot of people convert these into campers.
Gotcha.
But the cruising cabins are the ones that were done from the factory.
Yeah. Okay.
It is the most rad little thing ever. Like, first of all, the interior is just super cool and very 90s.
Yes.
Like I love the fabric on the seats.
Oh, and theirs is in great shape.
It really is. The outside is a little rough, as you'll see in our video, but the inside is immaculate. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it really is.
I also really love, the little 90s tech things in it. Like my favorite thing is the little sonar thing.
Yeah. For parking.
The very rudimentary 1993 era parking sensors.
Yeah.
Which are great. And then the little control panel in the back for all the lights and stuff.
Yes. You fill the windshield washer fluid in the back.
Right. Yeah. There's 2 separate reservoirs, one for the front,
one for the back, one for the front. Yeah.
And then, like I said, you sit on the engine. The passenger sits on the engine.
Yeah.
And it's just down there chugging away.
Just burbling away. Right.
And I will say I was super impressed with how easy it was to drive.
Okay.
I mean, it's a little weird to be that far up over the front wheels.
Yeah. I've never driven a cab forward thing.
Yeah.
Cab over. Yeah.
Yeah. Cab over. It takes a little getting used to.
Yeah. Like going out past a turn and then kind of. Right.
So that's actually harder to get used to than being on the wrong side of the car. Okay. I found.
Okay.
And I've driven a right-hand drive car before, but never in the US.
Right. Yeah.
But it drove really nicely.
Okay.
It is slow. slow.
Yeah. So the diesel engine does not have a turbocharger, right?
No, it is naturally aspirated.
Right.
And the thing is, you don't want to mess with that because you don't want to mess with that engine because it's famously very long-lived.
Yes.
And so, messing with that would be probably not a good idea.
Right.
Especially since the resulting fire will just burn your loved one who's next to you.
Right, exactly. Yeah, please don't LS swap your cruising cabin.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not the point of that thing.
Right.
No, it was delightful. And it just cars sometimes just have a feeling about them. And it really does have just the happiest little feeling to it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Nice. That's awesome, man. I'm so glad you got to drive it.
Yeah, I did. So in Japan, the stalks are on the wrong side.
Oh yeah, were you just hitting the wipers constantly?
I kept turning the wipers on.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I did keep doing.
Okay.
But yeah, it was. Other than that, it was easy to drive, and like it drove just like a car.
Okay.
It didn't feel 30 years old. It felt slow, but that was it.
Nice, man. Nice.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
I mean, it's just endearing. It's just adorable, and
Yeah.
it's like it's like the Boston Terrier of cars. Like it is just adorable, and
a Boston Terrier that maybe got into your cough syrup.
Yeah, right?
Because it's still adorable and cute and has that energy, but it's moving slow.
Yeah, right?
Whoa, yawny day.
Yeah, I know. Ian, it's almost 10 p.m. It's 9:54. I'm a sleepy boy. I've been up since 4.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the good news is I think we did a car show.
I think we did, buddy.
It was mostly about cars.
And a little bit about food.
And a little bit about food and a little bit about the hardware store.
Yeah. Right? I think you had a wonderful day, Ian.
Yeah, I think I did too.
And I think this was a wonderful episode. So send us your car stories.
Yes.
If you want to do a Google Meets or a Zoom with us, and be on the show and tell your story, or if you just have a story that you'd like us to recite, we're more than happy to do readings or perhaps dramatic reenactments.
Oh,
right.
I like that idea too.
Should you not be able to, show up on camera with us or something like that? But yeah, send us a story. Let us know what you got, and we'll cut together a special episode of stories.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Please stay safe.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Yes. Yeah.
Do some food exchanges. Do some Zoom calls. Please.
Yep.
Please stay safe.
Yep. That's right. That's the only way to get your party on this holiday season.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. We love you, everybody. Goodbye.